everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see fourth-year quarterback Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys as they'll square off against Tom Brady, old champion New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. The Cowboys take the field, and the man leading them, Dak Prescott, who's been remarkably consistent through his first 3 NFL seasons, 23, 22, and 22 touchdown passes, as he put together a 32-16 regular season record in those 3 years at the helm. Play action now, Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swain, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
12 yards there and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Patriots have it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year. There on the stop. On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, Park, you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions. I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, because some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now Elliott. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On 2nd down and 4, Prescott. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, 2nd most in the league behind Deshaun Watson and the Texans. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Johnson, and an alley to run, and he loses the football a 2nd time, and it's picked up by the Patriots, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
He was brought down by Malik Collins. On 2nd down, Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. A carry now for McKissick. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block it, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Here's Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They come out here in the eye. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Elliott. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
About set for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So plenty of action on the field, but no. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And then tomorrow night on Monday night, more Birds with the Ravens involved in that one. Sadly not taking on the Cardinals or Falcons, though. Instead, they'll match up with the Rams in L.A. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 now. Brady, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Brady, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again. Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. 2nd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. On 2nd down now, it's Morris. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Prescott's pass caught by Austin, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Throwing, Prescott, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. Brady going to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's going to pop out of the chart and say, hey, man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd and 2, rush. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Let's get
now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles? Touchdown, Cowboys! O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 27. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
push him back. Push him back.
From midfield, here's Brady. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. This is Morris, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed who's punting it and letting their defense take over.
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for Dallas, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday.